episode of Free and Budget Campsites in Victoria. Yeah. Ooh, sorry, my bad. Right, for all new viewers, my name's Peter and I'm chasing around free sites, budget sites, caravan parks, anywhere I can leave my bus for a budget. So hopefully I can save a bit of money and at the end of the day, put it as fuel so I can travel a little bit more. The way fuel is going at the moment, so expensive, isn't it? Anyway, we're at a really nice place today. We're at a campsite called Gunbower. Believe it or not, it's the largest island in the southern hemisphere we're on right now inland. Island, you say, in the middle of Australia? Yes! Where the Murray River goes and the Gunbower River goes like this, the section in the middle is actually an island. It's all joined by bridges. You cannot drive off this area without a bridge. So, in fact, it's an island. Woohoo! The places have got the locked off. It's not a huge place. There's toilets. There's no dump site. We'll have to pop up to Leitchville, which is the closest dump point to this site. There's not much water around. It's very, very hard to find, so you got to hunt for it. It's over near the sheds, and you'll find a little bit of water. Now, with the water here, you know, fishing is incredible. Where I'm standing right now is called Gunbower Weir. Now, there is quite a few of them around here. You can hear it echoing throughout the park. The bird life around here is so plentiful. Everywhere you point your finger, there's a bird or some sort of wildlife. So make sure you bring your binoculars and your camera and take a few snapshots of stuff around here. It is well worth it. You really need to pop out to this one. This one is on my to-do list. With campfires, like I said, you can have campfires around here. Make sure it's contained and make sure your fires are out before you leave. Now, also with wood, you'll go around, you will definitely find some wood floating around. I'm going to take you up to a cafeteria. It's near enough the local shop up there. It's even got a shop there. It's an old antique shop. It's just down from the actual cafeteria. Make sure you go in there. There's so much stuff to see and buy in that shop. They've got stuff from 1940, bottles, oil containers. Oh, look, there's so much signs. There's heaps of stuff. They've even got little bracelets and stuff to buy and everything else. It's even got mannequins that are painting, and it's even got a full-size Wonder Woman statue thingy bob. It's all it is a mannequin dressed up like her, got the full suit on, sewed with leather, the whole lot, got the shield, got the sword, and that's only worth $650. Now, outside the shop, they've got so many little, remember the old red cart, all metal? They've got all those old toys and stuff there for sale. While I was there, I noticed an old car pull up. Seriously, it is still registered. I blew out, it's got wooden spokes, the lot, and it goes. And I couldn't believe it. I went, yeah, that's cool. There is a few things around the town, like there's a park and a bit of history that go with it. The population, 550 people last census. This area is mainly old agriculture, and believe it or not, they had the big tobacco farms out here. This is where all the tobacco came a long time ago, out this part of town. Anyway, and let's have a look at this campsite and I'll show you what it's got. Let's get on our horse and get out of here. RIG, what a cool little place to throw a line in. Only a short distance from the actual campsite itself is this little area where the barbecues are, the sitting areas. And it's also got some power around here underneath the barbecue area. There is lights here. There is sitting tables all strung out the park. There's only one little section that's undercover. But what a great little place to sit, have a picnic, have a barbie, and even throw in a line off the jetty. There is no water around this area itself, but only a short distance from here over near the toilet, you'll find a tap. Now, with the water out here, don't drink it. It is pumped from the creek. It is filtered. That's about it. So it's not really safe to drink around here. Make sure you boil the water before you drink it. Now, around this area here, it's shallow enough as the bank to the river, enough to put your canoe in. They've also got other places just up in town. Now, near the main street, there is a little park that has toilets, and it's all muralled all around the toilets. Now, in that area, they've got another jetty over there, and it's also got a canoe launch ramp. Now, you can paddle all around this area. This water goes everywhere. It's got its own little canals all the way around this area. It's time to make a phone call. Let's see what it's like out here. Look, actually, the phone reception out here is pretty good. I'm getting 4G and 2 bars. Already made a phone call. Pretty good. No breakup, no nothing like that. Download speed at the moment, it is only 10.8. Couldn't stream on the computer. It's too patchy. So look, streaming's not an option around here, but the upload speed, here's one of these sites again. The upload speed is 16.2 upload. Bigger than the download. So up here, you can upload videos, little small ones, heaps of pictures, stuff like that. You can send SMSs, you can do a lot here. So I'm waiting for him, but he's not here yet. Hang on, waiting. Oh, there he goes. If you see our pooch here run by, or a picture of a pooch on here, you know this place is dog friendly. They say to have it on a leash, but it's big enough to not have it on a leash. Look, if you've got a game of cricket happening at the moment and your dog's off the leash, it might run after the ball and wants to be involved in cricket, which is not a really good thing. That'll probably get upset. So make sure your dog's on a leash, and also pick up after your dog around here. Now, around the campsites here itself, there's no bins around here. All the bins are up near the actual clubhouse. Now, also, as you see behind me, there is a boat ramp. Now, they're this type of boat ramps around here. They're like a makeshift boat ramp. They're not like the boat ramps that I like, the concrete ones with the V's in them. This is just one you get your little tinny, you reverse back, you stop, it slides off, and you get it. That's about it. This place is not really suited for large boats. No boat ramps to do that around here. Look, it is a lagoon. They are pretty small. There's lots of things in the creek itself sticking out. So it's mainly just really for canoeing and a little run around out here. But plenty of fishing. I'll take you to a really good fishing spot just up the road there. We'll get to it very shortly. Stay tuned. Actually, let's go into town and I'll show you that cafe. That's a better idea. Righto, let's get in our bikes and get into town. Righto, we've got to the town of Gunbower. Now, Gunbower came from the Aboriginal name of twisting. Now, I'm assuming it's all the rivers and creeks around here. That's how it's got its name. Look, it's not a huge town at all. It's only got around 580 people in it. So it's not a big town. Look, if you cruise through the town at the moment, you'll take less than a minute to get through here. It's not very large at all. It's got a pub right across the road from the cafe, which I'm about to show you right now. And it's also got a service station that you can stop in and get fuel, and the fuel's pretty well priced. Look, when you get here, the place is called Gunbower Workshop Old Hardware and Collections. It is worth popping in and seeing. Look, there's plenty of parking around here if you want to just pull in and have a look and have a coffee. Now, they do meals in there. They've got all locally produced jams, spreads, stuff like that. Pies are made here. They look fantastic. They're at a great price. They do sell milk, and the restaurant where you can sit and have a coffee, it's pretty cool. I like it. They've got pots and pans and stuff and old memorabilia all around here. Now, outside of the restaurant itself, they've got a little bit of a book library. Look, I'd have to say this is the information centre of the area, and a nursery, a cafeteria, a real estate. Oh, it's great. It's everything. Anyway, when you go in there, order something to eat, sit down and marvel at all the things that are hanging around here. Old doors, pots, pans, you name it. It is very, how can you say, lookable? I don't know if that's a word when you look around and go, wow. And at the back of the place, believe it or not, there's a nursery, and the nursery is worth going in and have a look. All throughout the nursery are artworks just like that, what's behind me, of flowers, of grass, of animals, everything you can possibly think of. There's even a snail made out of a chain, which I thought was pretty cool. Look, they sell a lot of plants in there, ferns, cactuses out here, because these are the sort of plants that survive out in this area, because there is not much green grass around here unless you water it, and there's not much rain out this way. Now, even out the back in the nursery, you can sit and have a coffee and walk around. Now, there is a bird in there. He's pretty friendly. You probably can give him a pat, but he's a cool little bird. So make sure you go out and say hello to him. All right, let's get up to that dump site and I'll show you that at Leitchville, and then after that, we'll get back to the campsite and explore it. Righto, welcome back to the crappy part of the show. Yes, Leitchville has got a dump site. It is at the Oval in this town itself. Look, pull in, there's some archways you pull through, you come to the actual dump area. It is a normal dump easy. It is an easty sort of west dump site. and I can get my vehicle pretty close to that. The good thing about it, the gradient on the road is facing towards the dump site, so all my crap is going to come out of my tanks. Now, it has got water here. Do not fill your vans up with this water. In this area, there's plenty of places for a large rig to actually turn around. Now, while you're actually doing that, as you can see behind me, there is some toilets there as well. They're not that crash hot, but if you need to go, you need to go. Now, while you're doing all the domestics, if you want to send your kids over the playground over there, if your kids want to go play, it looks all right. It's not a huge playground. It'll keep them occupied for around 2 minutes. While you're also here too, there is bins strung throughout this area. So if you've got any rubbish you want to chuck out, make sure you put it in the bins before you go. Righto, just behind me, I think is the best spot if you've got a tent and you want to do some fishing. Bring your boat, park up here. There's plenty of places to park around here, and there's quite enough space to pull your tent up. Now up here, I wouldn't bring your caravan. You probably can get away with your caravan up here. Not many places to turn around, but it's mainly just for rooftop tents and tents up here. Look, it is a great little place. Now, the fish you're going to get in there, probably going to be carp, so you're just going to be careful with the carp. Make sure when you get them out, chuck it on the bank. Don't chuck them back in the lagoon. Look, if you're going to go catch some fish and you do catch a Murray cod, sad to say, you've got to release it. The only times that you cannot fish for Murray cod are from the months of September to November. It's 3 months a year that you're not allowed to actually catch them. And that's probably the breeding season. I'm assuming that's where they go a jiggy, jiggy, jiggy with the fishy, fishy, fishy and get lots more of them. So it does restock our creeks and rivers. So make sure you don't fish around that time. The fisheries do come around here. Just have a look around and drove back out. So just be careful when you're here. Facilities. It's a normal sort of showgroundy toilets. It's not really a showground, it is a sports complex. Look, it's got a toilet, it's clean, hand soap, paper towel. It's not too bad. It gets a 3.5 out of 5. That's a pretty nice toilet. Look, it's pretty basic, old school. They need to upgrade it. Once they do, beautiful. But also in this area, just from the toilets themselves, is a little sign that tells you about the actual foliage around in this lagoon. Now, there's certain plant material that only survive around in this area. Now, some of these ones I haven't even heard before. Seriously, you got feather grass spear, cluster love grass, nodding chocolate willy, lemon beauty heads, flax lily. There's quite a lot of beautiful plants around here. There's even one called the drumstick. Now, take a picture of them and walk around the place and you can actually find these in the ground itself, around in the bush and the foliages. They are pretty nice and they only are for around this area. Now, also around this area, there is a netball court. There is a couple of playgrounds around here as well. They're not a large playground. There's one over near the entrance and there's also one near the grass tennis courts over the other side. But have a go. There's plenty of things to do around here. Even the sports oval behind me, when the cricket players are not on, you can go fly a frisbee, fly a kite, have a game of soccer, even have a game of cricket. How's that? Campsites. How cool is this campsite? Now, the campsites are on the back of the oval. To get to the actual back of the oval, you come through the main road and you go along a little bit of a dirt track until you hit the back. Now, the campsites out the back here are all pretty level around here. I haven't seen any van around here leveling up their van at all. And there's heaps and heaps of sites around here. I can count hundreds. It is a quite large site. They are all spread out. All you really have to do is drive around for a sweet spot. Bob's your uncle. There is a few trees around and not enough to shade your van because your vans are pretty high and the trees are not grown fully yet. Now, with the generators around here, you can use them, but you just got to be nice to the people next to you. Run it during the day, do what you need to do with it, and then switch it off. Normal hours, 8 in the morning, 8 at night. Where I've parked, I can actually see the cricket at the moment because we've got a cricket game going on. If you're here on the weekend, you might be able to get some entertainment happening. Now, you can park right down near the actual lagoon itself. There is a road going right on the side of the lagoon, so I advise you not to park on that road, but just off from that, you get a perfect view. Now, it's not lush green grass at the moment. It is a bit brownish, not like the oval. The oval's nice and green, but here, yeah, a bit patchy, a bit brown, a bit dirt, but not a dust bowl. That's a good thing. You can actually hear the weir from here, so it's a nice steady like water, and it is quite peaceful. This campsite is a nice one. All it's missing is a set of showers. Rightio, the donation box. You can't miss it. It is, believe it or not, it's right behind me. It's a big orangey red sort of box. Look, I do say to people when they come to places like that, it is a minimum of $5 donation, but if you can only afford a couple of dollar coins, slip them in, do what you have to do. But now also right beside it, there's a bit of a cage that says plastic bottles, glass bottles, stuff like this. So all that money comes back to the park, pays for the toilet paper, hand soap, the lot. So do everyone a favour, when you've got some rubbish like that, spread the love and put all your tins and stuff in there so the money comes back to this park. How peaceful is this place? Seriously, do yourself a favour, pull your finger out, pop out to the campsite at Gunbower. It is a really nice campsite. Now there's no time limit on here, so if you do decide to come out here, you can spend a few weeks out here. Look, the water's very, like you said, there's not much water around this area. Town's just up the road. It hasn't got a huge shop, so it's only a convenience store. The fishing is fantastic. The views are spectacular. It reminds me of Neil Turner Weir. Now, if you haven't seen that at the moment, it's out near Mitchell. The link's up the top here. Click it, go there. Seriously, another nice campsite. But this one here, it's nice. Not as big as Neil Turner Weir, but it's pretty similar to it. Now, if you've been to this campsite at all, or if you've done some fishing in the actual here, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this campsite. I really liked it here. It's on my to-do list again. I'm definitely going to come back here. But how peaceful is this? Sit back, over a book, over a wine, and just listen to nature. Righto, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, turn your notifications on, hit your subscribe button, which is only a playlist, so you don't lose my channel. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the road.